Welcome back, guys. Today I'm going to start with the unboxing of the parts that I ordered, and then I plan on hopping into disassembling the engine on the 66 Mustang. Starting off with the stuff I got from Summit Racing. I bought the engine enamel in the Ford Blue, as well as the primer. The number on this is DE1621. It's old Ford Blue. Not 100% sure if it's period correct or not. There's a lot of conflicting information online, so I just picked a color that I thought would look good. These, they're going to be like a tap set. They're going to clean out the inside the threads for the head bolts to ensure that everything's all clean and good, so that we get a good torque. Clean them out with these guys, and then we are going to use assembly lube inside to make sure that we get our proper torque setting. One of the main reasons I ordered from Summit Racing was these were only like $12 or $13, where if you look at like the ARP, they were like $35 for just a single. They were recommended on one of the Ford forums. Another is I am upgrading the master cylinder to a dual bowl in this kit here, the MU14200-OE. It is a brake line kit from going from a single bowl to a dual bowl for the 65-66 Mustang. So the picture is non-existent on their website. I actually got this off of Alf's Garage. If you haven't seen any of his videos on YouTube, he does like rebuilding the whole 289 and a whole bunch of stuff on classic Mustangs. Lots and lots of good stuff. So me, I'm a beginner. You guys are watching me try this out for the first time on my own. It's not a how-to. It's not a you should do this. It is a watch me do it for the first time. If you want to learn how to do it, I suggest you go watch him. He's a very, very smart man who definitely has years and years of experience. But this is the dual bowl master cylinder. It did also come with brake lines. I don't imagine I'm going to need to use those, but it does come with a brake bleeder kit as well. Summit Racing was quite a bit more expensive across the board on everything. But I did go with them because they had some things that I couldn't get from Rock Auto. The Sum 750107 is the dual bowl master cylinder that I got. That is what they recommended to me when I reached out to them. This is my first time opening this box, so it's still packed all the way full. First things first, new water pump. With it, new thermostat. So I do have an aluminum radiator. Figured while I was in there, it was definitely leaking around either the thermostat or the water pump. So I figured I would replace them both, and then a new set of gaskets. Typically the gaskets do come with them, but I did buy Felpro just to ensure that I had a nice solid gasket there. This is the head gasket kit that I'm using. 8548 PT11. These are all over the internet on a bunch of different sites, and they range in a ton of different prices. Rock Auto had by far the best price that I could find at the time of searching. This is going to be one of the gaskets used for the water pump. This is going to be the other side. So we got the exhaust manifold gasket. And we also have the intake manifold gasket. Looks like the only thing that wasn't included in this was that thermostat gasket. So I'll have to check on that, but that's the only other thing that I'm really waiting on. But again, if that doesn't come, I imagine this guy does not come with one. Guess I'll have to run to AutoZone or something if it doesn't end up arriving in time, but not a huge deal. As far as the head gasket kit goes, it is a full kit, so it even has the valve stem seals in it. So we'll obviously be replacing those. I have a set of Velcro valve cover gaskets already on there. The previous owner said that they put it on right before I got it because it was leaking. Looking at the valve covers, I did see that there was some red silicone used on it, and they cranked the hell out of those bolts to the point that you could see a divot in them. I like the look of the stock, but I think I'm going to have to use those red ones because those are the stock ones are misshaped. These guys use RTV. Don't use those. Those are garbage. But yeah, you can see it comes with a whole bunch of stuff. Some of it we'll use, some of it we will not. But we'll see that when we get into it. Alright, so we did receive the other package from Rock Auto. I did forget I ordered not only that thermostat gasket that I was talking about, but I also ordered some Champion plugs. So, fresh plugs, fresh thermostat, water pump, all new gaskets. When I looked on Summit Racing, under the description of this Velcro kit here for the head gasket, it tells what it comes with, and a majority of the stuff, like, it listed it out and it said no, it didn't come with it. So I ordered separately the intake manifold gaskets, the exhaust gaskets, the water pump gasket. But it looks like this kit is pretty inclusive of everything you need when you're doing your head gasket. So keep that in mind. I should have done a little more research, but I'm pretty sure the Summit Racing website was just had some incorrect information on it. But all in all, I would rather be prepared. I have some extra gaskets. I'm sure this isn't going to be the last classic Mustang that I have. I really do want to get a 67 or a 68. This is my wife's car. She likes the 65, 66, but I like the rear end of the 67, 68 better. So I am looking for one of those. I would love a project car, like a full-blown project car, and build it from the ground up, rather than spending 10, 12, 15,000 on something that needs next to nothing. Yeah, I didn't get anything done this week because I was waiting on parts, but next I am going to tear into the engine, get it disassembled, so I'm going to do a video on that. I'm sure it'll take me some time to rebuild the heads. I say rebuild, but relapping the valves, and putting new umbrella seals on the valves and putting it all back together. And I'm not sure what order I'm going to do it all in. If I'm going to assemble everything back and then do the water pump and thermostat. Thermostat I'm definitely going to do when I have the intake off, now that I think about it. And the water pump, I guess I might as well do when I have everything torn apart. It might be easier, because I'm going to have to get to the front of the engine to find top dead center to put the rockers back together. So, more to come on that. As I'm sitting here thinking, I'm changing my mind over and over. I might just remove the thermostat, throw it back together, do everything, flush the cooling system, and then put a new thermostat, new water pump, and get it all put back together. I think that probably makes the most sense, because when I drained the radiator, there's definitely rust in there, so that does need some attention. Don't want to have rusty, dirty coolant flowing through my new thermostat and new water pump. But I appreciate you watching. I'm sorry for the short video. I didn't really have anything going on this week outside of waiting for these parts to come in. But now that they arrived, I do plan to get cracking on the Mustang. So, more to come. Thanks, guys.